What's going on, sports card collectors? It's Friday. Yesterday I got in order 2 of 2. I did the first order earlier in the week. Here's my second order that came in yesterday, Thursday, but unfortunately I ran out of time, so we're going to do it today. I have not peeked. I have just taken it out of the sealed box. I haven't even opened this box up yet. I'm excited because, again, I do not remember. I did not go back and look to see what I sent in. And just a reminder that the whole idea of collecting cards is it's a hobby. It's an individual hobby. It's an individual personal preference on what I collect, who I collect, when I collect, and who I grade. And that's for everybody across the board. So those of you that got upset because I sent low-end cards in to be graded, no, I do not think that I devalued GMA. That's the idea of getting it graded to sell or for personal collection or to hold down the road. There's value for every level of collector based on what they can afford and what the price is. So therefore, somebody may want a lower end card of somebody that they collect and have it graded but can't afford both. I've already done the grading. Now they just pay for the card. I do not have a large markup because obviously it is a low end card when I do eventually sell it. So with that being said, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, go ahead and give us a follow there. If you haven't subscribed to us, go ahead and click down below. Do us a favor. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us out. And if you do like the content that we're bringing, please hit the notification bell also. Again, that helps us out as well. So let's get into it. This is actually a larger order than what I did. So I'm just going to go off the screen here for a second while I pull these out. I'm trying not to cheat here so you can see everything. Oh, this is, I think, a good variety again, now that we're knocking stuff down, of different stuff that I put in. I've been trying to mix it up because I know before I was submitting all Kobe Bryant's. So now we're going to mix it up. I don't even remember. So right off the bat, we have a mosaic James Harden, and we got a 9 off of that. His base. So there's that. There's a 9. Up next, Paul Millsap. This is a Prism. This is a 2018-19. I think this was a silver. Again, I sent these in while the bubble playoffs were going on. Paul Millsap was actually influential with the Nuggets in one of the games there to help bring them on. So this was actually a card that was given to me. It was silver, so I thought I'd go ahead. It's a near mint. Keep in mind, guys, a 9 is mint. A 10 is a gem mint. So a 9 grading is actually really good. It's a mint card. So an 8.5, I'm okay with that. Being an 8.5, it's near mint. It's still a sharp looking card. And I know that there's somebody out there that would probably be interested in having this card. So up next, select DeAndre Hunter. It's the concourse. There's a gem mint 10. These select cards are really starting to catch on. I think what you're going to start seeing is Prism isn't necessarily going to be the go-to. Optic is slowly creeping up and catching up, and same with the selects. The selects are starting to creep up there as well. I'm not saying the Prism's going away. I'm just saying Prism was the be-all, end-all, and now I'm starting to see, and others are as well, the optics and the select cards are starting to pick up the pace. And just like GMA starting to pick up the pace, with PSA. If you want to compare PSA as the Prism card, and then you got BGS and, and SGC and GMA, the three of us below, or even if you want to put BGS up there as a Prism, you have SGC and GMA are like the optic and select cards that are slowly gaining ground. So up next, this was another card that I think was given to me. So it's Jarrett Allen Select Prism. Why Jarrett Allen? Well, it was a silver Prism. It looks sharp, and getting a 10 on it makes it even nicer. And so I'm sure that there is a Brooklyn Nets fan out there that likes to collect the team, or maybe there's even a Jarrett Allen fan out there. Okay. Up next, we have the DeMar DeRozan Kevin Porter Jr. This was actually a pretty sharp looking card. I thought it was nice with Kevin Porter, and that came back a Gen Mint 10. Oh. Cam Reddish. So a lot of these, it looks like we're in from my Chronicles or Illusions blaster boxes that I opened. So here's Cam Reddish, Illusions, came back a 10. A lot of people I know are pretty high on Cam Reddish with the Hawks. A lot of people are high on the Hawks in general. Jordan Clarkson, it's a prism, so it makes me wonder if it was, I'm trying to remember if it was a silver or red, white, and blue. Oh, nope, it wasn't even that at all. It was the blue Velocity. That's a sharp looking card. So, I mean, obviously he's not with the Lakers anymore, but it's a 2017 Donruss Optic, and that came back a 10. That's just a sharp card, and honestly, Jordan Clarkson's not a bad player. Jeremy Lin, it's another prism. If we look at it, it's a 2017-18. It was blue Velocity, came back a Gen Mint 10. They're just a sharp card. I don't care who the player is, it's still a sharp card. Oh, Solomon Hill, I know you're asking why. It's a prism. It's his red, white, and blue prism, came back a 10. Again, it's a sharp card for younger collectors out there. The way this hobby's taken off, and you can't buy a box of cards without, you know, paying an arm and a leg, or can't afford it whatsoever. I think it was the GMA card collector on YouTube here. I watched him, and you know, he says there's two levels of collectors. There's tier 1 and tier 2, and tier 1 is the individual that can plop down 6 figures for a card and not bat an eye at it. And then tier 2 would be the rest of us, middle of the roads, that are on a budget, and everybody's budget is different, but what could not obviously pay out 6 figures for a card and without batting an eye. So there are young collectors out there. In my eBay store that I have a wide variety of cards. A lot of my raw cards are $1. You know, this is a cheap way to get a nice looking card for either the Pelicans fans or a Brooklyn Nets fan, or the individual player, to get a nice card at a really decent price, and it is already in a slab. So, and I put these all in. I'm actually out of them, but I get the Ultra Pro graded card bags, so these will all go in the bags to prevent them from getting all scratched up as well. And I do that with all my graded cards. This is one of those acetate. This is a Karl Malone that I got out of one of my box breaks. Living Legends, came back a 10. They are just a sharp card. So, in Karl Malone being a Hall of Famer, you can't go wrong with that. And there's collectors out there that are Karl Malone, John Stockton fans, so I did throw that in the mix. PJ Washington, this is his Chronicle Luminates. Obviously, people are big on him as a possible sleeper next year. A lot of upside for him. So there's a 10 for his rookie card for his Luminates. Here's another PJ Washington. This one's the Chronicles Playbook. And there's a 10. Can't go wrong when they're not shiny, because there's no way you're putting fingerprints on there. So now you're just looking at centering pretty much in your corners. And since these were basically packed to penny sleeve, and then right to GMA. Another guy a lot of people are on, they're collecting here in the off season, is Siku. This is his Chronicles Threads. There's a 10. Again, nothing shiny, it's just a plain Jane, but it's a rookie card. So, and there's collectors out there that are very big on Siku. I've already got it slabbed for you. Again, Siku, this Playbook. That came back a 9, which is funny because I think a lot of these cards now here were basically packed to penny sleeve. Looks like there might be something right there on the corner, and maybe down there in the bottom right, but still, it's mint. I think some people devalue the fact that if it's not a 10, it's not that good, and it's not everybody. But 9 is a mint card. So, you know, you get a 10, that's an extra special. All right, so Trae Young. A lot of people high on Trae Young. He's got to produce. He's got to help get the Hawks to the playoffs next year, or else he's just basically an overrated dud, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I like Trae Young a lot. So there's his Chronicles. Came back a 10. Kendrick Nunn didn't play much in the beginning of the bubble. Goran Dragic goes down. He steps in, and he played phenomenal, in my opinion, even as a Lakers fan. So there's the Chronicles Phoenix, and they came back a 10. So just a sharp card. Again, it's a rookie card. And there's value there to me, in my opinion, in the rookie cards. Another Kendrick Young, none, excuse me. Rookies and Stars, there's a 10. Another Siku, this is his Rookies and Stars, there's a 10. Another Siku, okay, Playbook, that one's a 9. These Playbook ones seem to be a little rough. Maybe a little bit up on there in the corners, but still it's a mint 9. DeAndre Hunter, Chronicles, XR. Look at that, 10. It's a sharp looking card. Jarrett Culver, again, a rookie card. I know some people are big on him. Chronicles Panini. There's a 9. There's a rough corner right there, it looks like. When I sent them, I don't know. Sometimes I know there's been questions on there of the possibility of these getting damaged after they receive them. I don't know. I know the PSA's been blamed for swapping out a good card and putting in a bad card in its place, and people have had apparently video documentation. I don't know that. I'm not going to accuse anybody of that. You know, we're putting our trust in the hands of these people that are grading our cards, that they're going to be honest and upfront, and we're going to get back the same card that we sent them. I'm sure that's probably not always the case, but we are putting a lot of trust in people by sending cards out, however many numbers you do, with somebody's opinion, again, that they're grading your card and this is the grade that they gave it. And whether you agree with it or not, it's slabbed and that's the grade it's been given, and that's how you're going to sell it unless you cut it out of there. So, you know, we put a lot of trust in individuals grading our cards with their opinion that we're going to get back the same card we sent them in the same condition we sent them. Eric Pascal. This is his Select Concourse. Came back a 10. His Selects are sharp. There's his rookie. Giannis, MVP. Pretty basic, but Chronicles Luminance. I think that's just a really cool picture of him with that dunk. I don't care if it's a plain Jane card. That's just a cool picture. And it came back a 10. Darius Baisley. I'm near the Syracuse University area, about 45 minutes away. Not a big Syracuse fan, but he was supposed to go to Syracuse. He did not. He elected to go to the G League. There was just a thing on him about him working for New Balance, which he said it helped prepare him. Either way, he had a decent first year, especially in the bubble, playing with the overachieving Thunder, in my opinion. So here is his Chronicles Essentials, and it came back a 9. Still a mint. Sharp card. 2 left. Zion Williamson. Chronicles Panini. Came back a 9. Again, these Chronicle Paninis have been a tough grade. I think that corner down here by my thumb, my right thumb. But still, it's a mint 9 for a rookie card. And last, Kai Bowman. Golden State Warriors, the injured Golden State Warriors. A lot of these guys had to step up as rookies to play this year. This is rated rookie. Chronicles Donruss, rated rookie. And that came back a 10. So there we have it. I think my lowest grade was an 8.5. Everything else was 9s and 10s. I would consider this a success. I'm actually happy with the results. No, they're not your very high-end cards, and that's okay. There's value in every card for different kind of collectors, and that's what I'm trying to bring, is different value for different style collectors. It gives me a bigger customer base. It also gives me a bigger audience. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be the 6-figure collector out there that doesn't bat an eye. I'm just a middle-of-the-road common person that enjoys the hobby. I enjoy basketball, number one, so that's why primarily basketball. I enjoy reaching out to each and every one of you guys that have subscribed or followed or watched my videos. I just try to keep it real and simple, and I've appreciated the support. I've even appreciated some of the negative feedback, but it kind of keeps me on course when I see that. It could be very easy to get upset, but I'm pretty laid back and easy going, so it doesn't really get me upset. Guys, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I know it's been kind of long. As always, please subscribe. Please hit the notification button. It's free. It helps me out as well. And I do appreciate it. It's genuine. You guys have been great to follow us here. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time.